guys, it's Kevin again, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing Arrow Season 2, Episode 2, Identity, and I really enjoyed this episode, guys. I'm really enjoying this show. I think it's a really cool show, and I'm definitely happy that I've been, watching it, and, by the way, you guys are probably wondering why I glance down on things. For, the more confusing shows, I don't remember everything, too. I just, reread it, because there are some shows that are kind of confusing me. Some of them aren't as confusing to me, but then some of them are. For example, mainly The Blacklist, The Walking Dead, Witches of East End, Arrow, those shows sometimes can get confusing to me. So because of that, I refer back to, just articles, and I read stuff off of them, but I do give my opinions on them. So just so you know, I am reading off of this article. I will say that I am reading off an article, but when I review it, I'm giving my full opinion. I'm not just saying what the person wrote. I'm just basically going to give you a plot synopsis and everything that happened in the episode, and then I'll give you my thoughts on it. So, this episode is basically about, Oliver resumes his training as a famous shipment. I especially need to read this part because I did not see the first few minutes. Oliver resumes his training as a famous shipment of emergency medicine. The Glades is signed by two thugs on motorcycles. Hearing the distress of a police scanner, Roy drives to the scene and manages to take out one of the bikers. Though the second causes him to crash the car, while China White hijacks the truck. Meanwhile, Oliver wonders to Diggle how best to start the new chapter of his crusade, suggesting he, Diggle, and Carly go to dinner tonight before Thea gets the call about White. So, that's basically what was going on there, and I did not see the first few minutes, so I don't really know what to say about that because I did not see the first few minutes. But then Laurel presses Roy for his connection to the vigilante, finding Roy's sentimental Arrow paints a face, though Roy fires back that he isn't the only one looking to clean up the streets. They really are giving Roy a lot to do, and that's a great thing, because I really like Holden Haynes. I really loved him in Teen Wolf. I loved his character of Jackson. I love all the characters in that show. You guys know Teen Wolf is one of my favorite shows on TV right now. It definitely is a great show. Oliver and Thea arrive to bail him out, but Oliver warns Roy against letting his anger over the Glades consume him, even with the recent medicine thefts crippling the hospital. Back in the past, Oliver becomes transfixed by his bloody hands from killing the pirate, as slain Lord Shadow to make sure Oliver doesn't lose himself. This is the main reason why I'm reading this. They went back to the past a lot. I did not see Season 1, so I don't really know what was going on here. So that's the main reason why I'm reading off of this, because I did not see Season 1. They showed quite a lot of flashbacks this episode, so I just needed to get to that. So back on the island, Oliver worries that his time there has begun to change him, as Shadow wishes the blood from his hands, and assures him that everyone struggles to reconcile their demonic and heroic sides. Meanwhile, in the present, Oliver goes to interrupt the next hijacked shipment before finding himself confronted by China White's new partner, Bronze Tiger. Laurel and the police quickly interrupt the battle, though not before Oliver sustains a bullet to the leg. Treating his wounds to the lair, Oliver laments that he can't seem to do any good as either the vigilante or his public persona, to which Felicity responds that they've all endured losses for the cause. Most recently, Diggle's relationship with Carly. Upstairs, Thea offers Roy a severance check in the butt hit Susan Oliver had given her, telling Roy to choose between his life with her or his vigilante pursuits. That's basically what was going on here. But let me first talk about Felicity here for a second. I'm liking what they're doing with Felicity and Oliver. They're not really having them get together right away. In fact, they don't even like each other very much right now. It doesn't seem like it's a good partnership at all. It doesn't seem like they like each other very much, and I'm liking that they're doing this because it's kind of like the unexpected thing. You don't really expect it from these two. You expect them to like each other. You expect them to get along. They don't, and I think it's really cool that they don't like each other. It's going to show that hate turns to love, so I'm really enjoying that. Now, I also really like this part with Roy. Basically, Oliver gave him the choice to choose between his life with her or his vigilante pursuits. The next day, Oliver meets up with Sebastian Blood to move things over, planning a benefit for Oliver's Atlas friends. Whoa, what happened? The page just completely skipped. Sorry, guys. friends to show their public support for fixing the blades. Meanwhile, in the past, Slade uneasily eyes the sight of Oliver and Shadow post-coital by the river, before revealing the location of the pirate's target on the island, and honestly warning Oliver not to lose his focus on survival by falling for Shadow. So yeah, that was what was going on there. To not fall for Shadow. And then Oliver confronts Laurel in her office as a vigilante, insisting himself not to be the enemy, while Laurel points out that she saw him leaving Tommy in the CNRL building at night. It were Malcolm costing this in Tommy's life. So basically, Laurel thinks that Oliver kind of killed Tommy, which does not make any sense at all, because Tommy and Oliver were friends. I know that. Later that night, Laurel arrives. I know that I haven't seen season 1, but I know that. So later that night, Laurel arrives to Oliver's function and meets Alderman Blood, both noticing that Oliver seems mysteriously late for his own event. Meanwhile, Oliver nears the party, but learns at the last moment from Felicity that the hijackers have set up another target, forcing him to miss the event. While Blood takes over the function to show the guests that Oliver doesn't care about the city, Oliver races to confront China White and Bronze Tiger as the latest target. Oliver battles the claw-wielding thug to a standstill, while Diggle takes over the truck from pursuing China White before Oliver subdues his opponent with a shock arrow. Oliver also manages to incapacitate China White, though she insists the city will never see him as a hero, even after sparing her life. That night, Diggle and Felicity show their appreciation of Oliver's sacrifices. At the function. Then we go back to the past. This episode was confusing with the past and everything. Back in the past, Oliver, Slade, and Shadow come across the cave the pirates have been searching for, finding inside the skeletons of Japanese Imperial Army officers from World War II. I don't know why this thing keeps there are all these pop-ups, and I don't know why they keep doing that or whatever. Okay. One of which wears the Huzen. Oliver later gave to Thea in the present to let Roy to be his eyes. In the present, Oliver confronts Roy Harper, the vigilante, and urges him to stop fighting criminals, bequeathing to let Roy be his eyes and ears in the glades for the moment. Being rewarded, Roy returns to the Huzen to Thea and assures her his days of fighting crime has ended. She actually encourages him, though, to continue it, and I think it's really great that she's letting him basically decide what he wants to do, but she wants him to continue it. So I think that's gonna be interesting to see if he actually listens to her, and I think she's a good girlfriend for letting him do that. So Oliver once more attempts to visit Laurel in her office as the Hood, admitting he too lost a friend on the night of the earthquake. But Laurel surprises him by summoning a SWAT team that surrounds Oliver. So yeah, the last 2 minutes were really amazing. As I said, the last 2 minutes really was great. So yeah, this was a really great episode, I think. I think this was a pretty good episode. One of the things I liked was that they definitely are giving Colton Haynes a lot to do. He definitely earned his series regular status tonight, and that's what they basically say here, and I will agree that that is true. So yeah, a pretty good cliffhanger though. I think that was a good cliffhanger the way they did that. I didn't really expect something like that to happen. I thought someone was gonna die or something. But yeah, pretty good cliffhanger, and I like that. That was good. What do you guys think of this episode? Do you like what they're doing with Felicity and Oliver? Do you like they're not really giving them a lot of not really storyline, but do you like that they're not giving them they're not letting them fall in love at first? Do you like that they don't like each other right now? What do you think of Colton Haynes' character Roy? Do you like his character? I am loving his character. He's having a lot to do. It's definitely gonna be very interesting to see what happens with his character. I think it's a really cool character, and I really enjoy that. What do you guys think of the past? I thought the only problem I'd say with this episode was that there were too many flashbacks. I thought there were too many flashbacks in this episode. We did not get that in the last episode. I don't know if it's a regular thing that they do on this show, but I thought there were little too many flashbacks. That's it for this review. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.